God's covenant with Noah. God said to Noah and to his sons with him, "As for me, I am establishing my covenant with you and your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the domestic animals, and every animal of the earth with you, as many as came out of the ark. I establish my covenant with you, that never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of a flood, and never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth." God said, "This is the sign of the covenant that I made between me and you and every living creature that is with you, for all future generations. I have set my bow in the clouds, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth, and the bow is seen in the clouds, I will remember my covenant that is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. When the bow is in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth." God said to Noah, "This is the sign of the covenant that I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth."
For 40 days and 40 nights it rained upon all of creation. And then it went silent. And Noah and his family and the animals that had gathered into the ark 2 by 2 waited. Doves were sent out to see if they might return with some sort of message, some clue. And then it happened. A dove with an olive branch. Not too much time passed when the ark rested on the earth. Noah and his family jumped out of that ark with joy and threw themselves into the dry dirt, allowing the earth to run through the cracks in between their fingers. And they gave thanks to God. So God speaks to Noah. Do you hear the voice? Do you hear God speaking? As Episcopalians, we can look at this story in a wide spectrum. On one hand, we have space to believe that the story happened just as it was written. That on this earth, for 40 days and for 40 nights, it had rained, and the floodwaters had risen, and all of creation destroyed. On the other side of the spectrum, Episcopalians have space to believe, well, it's a nice story. It's a story of God engaging with creation. It's a story of faith. A story where God declares a covenant with all of humanity and all of creation. But wherever you find yourself on this great spectrum of belief, this great spectrum of faith, what we do know is that God made a promise, and that this promise is symbolized or to be remembered anytime that we gaze into the sky after a rainfall. When we see a rainbow, it's as if God's signature was etched across the heavens, a reminder of this promise that God will never destroy in order to save. A covenant that God will never destroy humanity, creation, in order to save it. So we begin our Lenten journey on a pilgrimage to that holy hill where Jesus the Christ is crucified. Was there perhaps a rainbow on that Good Friday? For in fulfillment of God's promise to us, humanity was not destroyed, but God himself came to live among us, to teach us, to eat with us, to heal us, to forgive us, and then God himself be destroyed in order to save us.